a report made in 2019. 2019. By the Australian government, and here it is here. The link is on the screen you just saw. It'll also be in the description, so you can just simply click on it. You can go there yourself. But to get where I'm at this point in the document, you need to click on Graphs, Maps and Tables, and then scroll to the bottom, and then once you're there, choose the second page, and then you can scroll down to figure 15 in it. And what it is the Australian carbon budget, including natural and human caused carbon dioxide sources and sinks, and their net effect in the atmosphere. You can take from this what you will, but I'll zoom in a little so you can take it in, what it means. I'll just give you a second. Have a look. If you don't know what you're looking at, I'm going to help you out. So, the emissions in that orange colour of coal, oil and gas and cement, and also the land usage change, that is the positive and negative amount of change in our land usage, that is by farming, and that's counted as a minus 15 million metric tons. Coal 171, oil 124, 88 for gas and 3 for cement. But then also land usage is 15. What I've done in the emissions tally on the screen, you can see emissions. Each one of those are listed, and then the total is 401. Do the math yourself. 401 million tons of CO2 per year net new. The carbon sink it's able to consume 746 million tons of CO2 per year. And that leaves us with a total amount of 345. That's still capacity to take in net new carbon. Now, if you don't know what net new carbon is, and you think about all the emissions, all the sources creating carbon, if you'll see on the image, and I'll take it back to this one so you can see it, the total sources of carbon, including bushfires, is 784 million metric tons, but it doesn't matter, 784. Our ability through our carbon sinks, that's all of our vegetation, and you notice that they don't have the ocean's ability to take up carbon in this diagram, but that's okay. 746 is the total capability there. All right, so that's really only a difference of, say, 40, but 20 if you want to count the land usage. It doesn't matter. I put that on let's create that as carbon, net new carbon. Now, I want to say something really important here. Recyclable carbon is carbon that is already being put into the atmosphere by fire. So fire is a recyclable carbon then that's also absorbed into the ecosystem. Net new carbon is the orange. It's coloured this way intentionally for this diagram to show that it's net new carbon. If we just simply put out a few fires every year with lots of appliances, we'll be in total a carbon sink in total. But really, the net new carbon is what we really have to deal with here. Since you can make CH4, natural gas, to burn as a recycled creation from the atmosphere and create the carbon gas and burn it, and it isn't a net new emission. If we do enough of that, could we get to 401 million metric tons? Could we? Could we sequester that net new carbon and burn it as recyclable carbon, or simply capture it and store it? Thinking about 746 on the total sink, if we planted a whole bunch of plants, and I don't even know whether this calculation is entirely accurate or it's just an average on type of vegetation per 10 kilometers, 100 kilometers, I don't know. It's not really stated exactly how that's estimated. But I'm going to say that that's wildly underestimated and doesn't include the ocean. And that means we'd be already a net sink. But the thing we have to understand is the net new carbon is in addition to the current carbon. The government knows this. This is in their own report. Their own report. It annoys me because they know this, and they're trying to eliminate the 401, say, by greening the planet, wind and solar, and we could do tidal. We could easily do tidal here, but we don't for some reason. It's not important. We could do nuclear and get rid of a bunch of the coal-fired plants. Oil, yeah. Gas, no, I get it. Oil is really petrol and diesel. That's really what that is. But natural gas, we could turn that into recyclable. There's 88 gone straight away. Absolutely straight away. And it can be done today. There's a guy, an Australian guy, who went to California to try and sell his design of capturing carbon from the atmosphere and processing with solar panels, so you're not adding net new carbon, and then burning that again, and it just goes back into the atmosphere. If you took 15 or 20% of that, instead of processing it again and just stored it, you're now started to remove the carbon from the atmosphere. Plants won't like it if we remove it all. That's really bad. Don't remove it all. Because what are the plants going to ever consume? Think about it. You'll kill us all removing it all. We want to only counterbalance. This is the big thing. Counterbalance the net new. That's all. If we only do that, we're ahead. We're back to being able to then slowly reduce it if we capture it, if we replace it, as long as we stop net new. We can't remove oil production. We can't remove that because our lives are surrounded by what we create from oil. That's it. If you want to prove me wrong, comment below. Happy to take your comments, but be prepared for the truth. And that's what I'm trying to do with this. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Do follow us on whatever platform this is going to be on. Rumble, to be honest. I'll keep it there. I'll put it up on Twitter. There you go. Or X. I'll put it on X. I'm Dave, and I'm from Shiny Side Out, and we confront misinformation. And now I hope that you know what this means, that you can tell others. Peace out.